Hello, thanks for watching TVC News this hour. We begin this hour in Abuja, where barely a day after an undergraduate was killed in Sokoto State for alleged blasphemy, President Muhammadu Buhari has now strongly condemned the killing of the second-year female student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, Deborah Samuel. In a statement by his special assistant, Garba Shehu, President Buhari noted that Muslims all over the world demand respect for their holy prophets, but where transgressions occur, as alleged to be the case in this instance, the law does not allow anyone to take matters into their hands. The President directs Ministries of Information and Culture, Police Affairs, and that of Communication and Digital Economy to work with GSM providers and tech companies to help contain the spread of false and inflammatory information through social media. The President extended the nation's condolences to the family of the deceased student and wished all those injured a quick recovery. He calls for calm among the general population while investigation is ongoing to find out the remote and immediate causes of the incident. Meanwhile, the Christian Association of Nigeria, Sokoto State chapter, is asking security agencies to ensure justice for Deborah Emmanuel, who was killed for alleged blasphemy. Addressing journalists in Sokoto State, CAN Chairman Nuhu Ilya calls on the state government to ensure thorough investigation into the matter. The CAN chairman described the action of the mobs as purely criminal and should be treated as such. Deborah Emmanuel, a Year-2 student of Shehu Shagari College of Education, was killed by Arif mob at the school premises.
We call on His Excellency, the Executive Governor of Sokoto State, Right Honorable Aminu Waziri Tambua, and other security agencies to fully investigate this matter with a view to bringing the perpetrators to book. This will serve as a deterrent to those who contemplate this crime in the future. Meanwhile, we call on all Christians all over the state to remain calm while we await to see justice served appropriately and soon. We also acknowledge the concerns of many people and groups that roundly condemned the act as soon as it happened. Finally, we use this medium to express our deepest condolences to the immediate family of the deceased, the Christian community in Sokoto State, and all those mourning her departure.
In the meantime, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar says the pulling down of his reaction to the killing in Sokoto of the college student in Sokoto State, Deborah Samuel, does not amount to condoning religious intolerance. Atiku Abubakar added that has been loud in condemning religious issues that tend to divide Nigeria. The former vice president is one of the aspirants seeking the presidential ticket of the PDP ahead of next year's presidential election. He was in Benin City, the capital of Edo State, in continuation of his efforts to woo delegates ahead of the PDP presidential primaries.
Every tweet has to get my approval. Unfortunately, this tweet, because I was traveling all over the country, did not have my approval. So I said it should be taken out, and that every tweet must have my express approval. I am not a person who is afraid to take stand on issues. You know the stand I took on Sharia. I was pelted, I was abused in the north, but then how long did the Sharia last? I told them they were having a political Sharia. And I was vilified. They threw stones at me. There is nothing they did not do. That did not make me change.
And away from that, President Muhammadu Buhari has thanked the ministers seeking elective offices for their service to the nation. He also admonished other members of the cabinet to be more diligent and committed to the success of the administration. Our correspondent Femi Akondi reports.
10 ministers bow out of President Muhammadu Buhari's cabinet, but Mr. President says they will be replaced without delay. Their exit is in compliance with Mr. President's directive to all members of his cabinet aspiring for political offices to resign, and also in accordance with Section 48, subsection 12 of the Electoral Acts. At the valedictory session for appointees leaving the cabinet to pursue political ambitions, the president said he believes those of them interested in succeeding him are as well competent.
I have no doubt that if the next president emerges from among former members of this cabinet, like any other aspirant, ample competence and outstanding service delivery would be on display. This will be part of our legacies to Nigerians.
Some of the outgoing ministers have also been integral members of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration. For them, the opportunity to serve is one they do not take for granted, and they believe working with President Muhammadu Buhari have prepared them for the task ahead.
Well, the president invited us to talk to us and to remind us of the need to fulfill his mandate of as he directed after the Federal Executive Council on Wednesday. And we appreciate his kind words.
It's a period I describe as sadness and joy. Sadness in the sense that you are going to miss a fatherly figure who has impacted seriously on not just your lives, in the sense of continuous inflow and outflow of wisdom, but also on the fact that he has done so much for the infrastructure of this country and also to reposition the country better for posterity.
It's now time for the outgoing ministers to test their popularity at the ballot. But for President Muhammadu Buhari, the business of governance must continue, as he will now shop for replacements to fill the vacuum in his cabinet. Femi Akonde, TVC News, Abuja.